great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.
Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 683 of the Immigration Answer Show. How is everybody doing? How is your Friday going? What does your weekend look like? Are you going to do something fun? Are you going to relax? Do you have big plans? This time last week, I was out in Las Vegas for my sister's wedding. Looks like TikTok's not working, and I'm not going to mess with it today. I just don't have the attitude for TikTok today. So it'll just be us here on YouTube. How's everybody doing? This time last week, like I said, we were at my sister's wedding, lots of fun. And this weekend, as much as I'd like to just sit around and do nothing, we got plans. We're going to go see Back to the Future, the musical, tonight. And then we're going to go tomorrow to the soccer match. And then Sunday, the Jets play at 8:30 in the morning from London at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So that should be fun. Let's see who's here. We got Love in the house. Christine is here. Roy is here for class. Lindy is here, as she often is. FA will share the link. I'm sure it's going to be shared here shortly. Hina is here, as she so often is. Fonz is here. Searing, hello. Robert, hello. Nurse Laura. Robert and Nurse Laura checking in from the West Coast. Love is here. We got GNGU Tech from Central Virginia. Patricia, Krish, Dammy. Oh, hi, Dammy. Haven't seen you in a while. How you been? Big up to Rich and all the Yardies. We got hi from Qatar. Rich says it's been a year of watching the show. Feels like he started yesterday. Therapist throughout the process. Awesome. Thanks, Rich. Glad to have you with us. Shauna, Gabriella, Troy, Raphael, Audrelyn, Nasir checking in from rainy Toronto, MDDS. Adrian is here. Christina sending blessings. Yeah, TikTok's a pain in the butt. I'm getting about sick of it. I'll probably just have to do lives in TikTok by themselves. Sahid is here. Shauna is here. Carolyn's checking in from Oklahoma. Boy, that Carolyn gets around. Troy from St. Lucia. Stop all the hacking. All right, we'll do what we can. The link should be shared, although Hoolie's gone, so maybe yours. Oh, here she is. There it is. She's just chilling. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. It's just us girls, as my boss Simon Tonkin used to say. It's just us girls. When he was talking to see a judge. I had a great old mentor, Simon Tonkin. He was 20 years older than me, and he taught me a lot about federal court, which I've used a lot in my litigation approach to things. We went over, I got sworn into the Southern District of Illinois, and I got sworn in, and we had old Judge Beatty, and Simon reminded me that Judge Beatty always said, assume that every motion is denied and keep going on your case. So that was always good advice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get started with Aha. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Great.
I've been here a few days ago. I have a few questions for you. So I've been waiting for my H-1B visa, and recently I learned from embassy that they requested for my passport. Finally. So I was planning to travel, and I'm a little bit concerned whether traveling to another country might cause any difficulties for embassy to change their mind in issuing my passport, and was wondering what's your experience in this regard.
In my experience, for people from Iran and Pakistan, that when you travel, then they feel like they have to do a whole new round of background checking and inquiry.
Okay. And so they asked me for a new offer letter before just asking me to send my passport. and basically they like I sent an offer letter starting for January 2025, but now I want to like change the start date to like November 2024. And I was wondering like how can I communicate that issue with them? And the reason I want to communicate it is that I learned that there are some states that they put some notations that like this visa is valid, for example, from this state to this state, because for H-1B visa you cannot enter 10 days like earlier than your start date.
Right.
So like should I send another email to them and let them know that this is like my new offer letter with the new start date, or just copy or print that one, send it with my passport? Like what would be your recommendation on that?
Yeah, I would send it with your passport.
Okay. And all right, so I think that was everything for me. Thank
Good
you.
luck. Yep, good luck. All right, let's go to Bernard. Hi, Bernard.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
Yeah, I have a question for you, right? I recently got married, right?
Congratulations.
Yeah, but I got a DUI, right? That was before I got married. So I did the court referral program, completed, do the 12 months probation, get my certificate, and I get what's this now, null process. So it's a non-convicted DUI now. That's my first. Right. So I was wondering, the judge said I can get it expunged from my record completely, but I have to go to a lawyer to get it expunged. So
I wouldn't do that until you become a citizen.
Okay.
Because it's a conviction for purposes of immigration. So getting it expunged just makes things messy and makes it hard for you to get records. So just when you fill out the 45 and you tell them about your arrest, you got to tell them about the arrest and the court stuff. Just give them the records and then be quiet.
Oh, okay. Last question. I lost my Jamaican passport, right? I'm supposed to get a replacement 3 to 4 months from now. Should I file for my green card still, or wait till I get the passport back?
Are you out of status?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of the old passport?
Yes, I do.
Just send. I mean, you're not going to send them your passport with your application anyway, so just send them the copy and then get a replacement and bring the replacement to your interview if you get one. Or if you don't get an interview, just send them a copy of the new one when you get it.
Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Bernard.
All right, thanks.
Big up to all the Yardies, you know that. All right. I'm just dialing right through. Raul, you're next. Go.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Yeah, but I'm driving right now. Can you try me again, like in 5 minutes?
I'm having a hard time. I'm hearing every other word.
Yes. Hi, Jim. Yeah, so I was saying that I'm driving right now, and you don't like people to talk while they're driving, so can I try again?
Yeah, I'll come back in a little bit. Just, Raul, when you're ready, come back on camera and give me a thumbs up, and then I'll know, okay? All right, buddy. Nee is here. Hi, Nee.
Hello.
How you doing?
Can you hear me? I'm good.
Yeah.
So I called earlier on, I think a few weeks ago, about my green card, whether moving to the US from the UK. I don't know if you remember. And you told me to go ahead. I think I've also heard you say that it's good for you to pay your green card fees before you come into the country, which I did. And now I'm in the US and I got my green card.
Great.
So it came that early, less than a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So I just want to say thank you. And I just want to also motivate a lot of the viewers to keep sharing to their friends, because I've listened to this for a long time, about 4 months now. And the information you share is golden. I mean, it's golden. You've simplified immigration laws, and it's helpful. I just have this question for a friend.
Before we get to the question, can you give us your timeline real quick, just so that people understand how your case
doesn't come that quick? Okay, so we had a very dicey case my wife got opportunity to work here as a nurse, and we applied from Ghana. January 2023. That was when we filed the whole process, and we didn't get called. And I got a job in the UK, and I moved to the UK, and we transferred the case to the UK. So when we got to the UK in July 2023, we got called April 12th, 2024 for the interview. And then we got our visas in May.
Awesome.
And we applied for the green card. My wife and then my son, myself, my wife and my son, we applied for the green card in June. And she got hers in August, and I got mine in September. Sorry, in October. So it clearly stays like the timelines. I don't know whether it's because we moved to the UK and we got called for the visa and all of that. That could account for the timelines too.
All right, so go ahead with the question.
Okay, so my friend, his brother is in the US. His brother is a citizen. His sister is also a citizen, but the mom is a green card holder. And he says that the brother has filed for him, and it's been 7 years now, and he's not received any interview date, or he's not been called for any interview. Yeah, he just wants to know.
10 years left.
So what then should he do? Because I've heard you on your show say that you need to sue.
Can't sue for that.
USCIS. Okay.
Can't sue for that. There's no visa available. There's just 10 more years of people in line ahead of him. Right now, they're working on cases from like 2002.
Oh.
So he's just waiting.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then my other question is that if I choose to join the military, and hopefully I get the visa, the citizenship, does my wife also fall within the line of applying for citizenship in 3 years? She still has to go through the 5-year route.
She would need to be married to you for 3 years, and you'd have to be a citizen for 3 years.
Okay, so then now she has to.
Once both those things are true, then she could apply on the 3-year rule.
On the 3-year rule. Okay. All right. So that's my question. Okay. Thank you very much. And
keep doing that. I'm happy for you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for the call. All right. Krishna's here. Hello, Krishna.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Good. What's up?
Jim, I have a question regarding my travel to Brazil tomorrow. Right now, I'm on J1 visa, and then I even applied for a 212 waiver, which is a rule that after finishing my J1 work, I have to go to the country, go back to my home country for 2 years. So I applied for that waiver, and I have been granted a waiver just today. So my question is, with this waiver granted, is it still okay for me to travel to Brazil for a work conference and then come back to the US on 13th October? Will there be any problem during my entry?
Well, first of all, is your visa stamp that's currently in your passport, is that current, or is
It's current, and it's valid till April 30th, 2025. And my DS is valid till August 2025. Yeah.
What is your plan now that you have the waiver? What are you going to do? Are you going to file for adjustment?
Yeah, I'm going to file for extending my work, because that's what I was thinking. After the J1, I would want to continue doing my research work here. So that's why.
But what kind of visa are you going to hope to get? That's my
H1B, H1.
H1B, like at a university?
Oh, yes, at the university, yeah.
Well, I think the chances of a problem are very, very small.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's most likely you're going to be allowed back in, but I can't guarantee it.
Okay. And it wouldn't affect my further status also, even if I want to? Yeah.
I can't say.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
No one can say for sure that you're going to be allowed back in, and then it's not going to have a problem in your future. But it probably won't. But no one can say for sure.
Oh, okay. Okay. I agree with that. Yeah. But I'm just wondering, whether at all I can travel or not. So that's the whole point.
If it were me, I wouldn't travel, but it's up to you.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Bye, Krishna. See ya. All right. Alex is here. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Can you turn off the camera if it's possible for you?
Camera's off.
Okay, as I know, I just applied 360 and 485 in December 2020, and
Okay.
my VAWA got approved on February 2024.
Okay.
So they transferred my 485 from the National Benefit Center to Baltimore and then send it to Charlotte field office. But it's been like 8 months. I didn't get any response. I didn't get any RFA, any update. Even my site, my 485, it says fingerprint was at. But I keep calling them. I bothering them by congressman inquiries. But on September 30th, I called USCIS call center, and then they said today is the last day of the RFA for medical form and it's gonna be expired. I didn't get any notice. I didn't get any like mail, me or my attorney, and also my status is says fingerprint was at. I don't know what I have to do.
So I think you emailed me about this, right?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
right now you just have to wait for me to email you back,
Okay.
which I'll do today.
Okay, and one thing I have to tell you that because I went to like my civil surgeon and then get the second form and I just mail it to them and with like cover letters. I don't know I did correctly or no. Just
So as we sit here right now, you don't have a copy of the RFE. You don't know what it actually asked for, or do you know what it asked for?
no. The call center says a medical form.
That's it?
Uh-huh.
And you sent it to them now after September 30th?
Yes. But I
Okay.
explain everything. I attach my like the inquiries with the congressman send it to me and then said everything is normal. We have everything. If we need something, we're gonna notify.
But did you put in the letter that you never got the request for evidence?
Yes, I did.
So that's it. I think you just have to wait to hear back from them.
Are you calling me or emailing me because I wanted to continue with you?
I'll email you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a great day, Alex.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right. Raul. Did we do Raul already? No. Yeah, we did Raul already. JP. Hello, JP.
Jim, how are you? Been a while.
How you doing?
Doing well. So I'm asking on behalf of my aunt. She's right beside me.
Okay.
So they have this marriage-based green card right now pending. They filed it. When did you guys file that? I think it was January of 2023 last year in the Philippines. The mistake that they did was hiring a third-party vendor to do it for them, like an agency. So now we can't even track the case. And it's been almost 2 years now. And every time we try to, we have the IOE number and everything like that. Every time we try to put the status under their USCIS account, it's requiring us to have an access code. When we try to request for an access code, it's not letting us do anything. It keeps rejecting us.
So who filed for who?
My aunt is the U.S. citizen, and then they use a third-party third-party agency to file their case.
What kind of case?
What is it?
What kind of case?
A marriage-based green card case.
So Aunt is a U.S. citizen living in the Philippines?
Living here in the U.S. with us.
And she paid someone in the United States to help her do the paperwork?
She paid someone in the Philippines when she was visiting there.
Why
last year.
did she do that?
They trusted them. I don't know.
So does she have a receipt notice?
She does have that. We have a picture of it in the letter.
And when you put in the receipt number into the USCIS case status, what does it say?
It's wanting us to put the birthday, and it's requesting for an access code that was supposed to be a part of the receipt notice, but it's not on there. So when we try to request a new access code, it's telling us that basically just giving us an error message.
Okay.
So we don't know where the case is at, honestly. I don't know if they're wanting more additional evidence.
Who is she applying for? Who is she applying for?
Her husband.
Her husband. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Great. So, I mean, usually I haven't looked at the online case status in a while, but usually all you need is the receipt number.
Yeah, it's changed for some reason. It's wanting a access code that's supposed to be included in the receipt notice letter, but it's not on there.
What website is she going to?
USCIS, the actual website.
I'll let people know. Yeah, I don't think it requires an access code. I think there's some scam going on. The scam is ongoing, I think. How long ago was this that she hired these fools?
So the case was filed. It said receive date was 1/27/23. Notice date is 1/30/2023.
Can you send it to me so I can take a look and see what I can figure out?
Yeah, definitely. Do you have an email?
Yep. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Okay. Do you think that they would need to refile? Have you seen that before?
I'd probably refile, but let's see what we can figure out first.
Okay, and then just email that to you, and then you'll get in contact with us.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jim.
Hi, JP, see you, buddy. All right. Gigi's here. Hi, Gigi.
Oh my God! Hi.
How you doing, kid?
Hi, Jim. How are you? I'm in America now.
Nice. How's it going? Where are you?
Yeah. It's nice. I'm shopping. I'm shopping for groceries. I'm gonna bake. I'm gonna bake s'mores today.
Nice.
I'm shopping. Yeah. I just wanted to come in here to say happy birthday. I know it's late, but every single time I try to come in here to say happy birthday, I would be going to work and you'd be going live very late. So I had to come on here and say happy birthday, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Marshmallows.
Your marshmallows, yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say happy birthday.
Thanks, Gigi. Be careful. A lot of the times those marshmallows have gelatin in it, so you got to be careful.
What'd you say?
Those marshmallows have gelatin in there, so if you only eat halal, you got to be careful. Sometimes they got gelatin in there.
Oh, Lord. Are you Oh, my God. I need to check everything now. All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you for telling me.
Bye, Gigi.
Jim.
Thanks for checking in. Glad everything's good.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
See you, kid. Oh, that's one of our old favorites, Gigi. Haven't heard from her in a while. Glad to hear from her. Raul, are you parked? Hello, King. You're on mute.
Yes, I am parked.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Jim. Yeah, so I had a question about my friend. So he had a N400 interview, and he got called in for a second interview. Then he asked me, "Is like, what do you think?" Then because I've been watching you for a while, then I was like, Jim says don't ever go on a second interview by yourself.
Yeah, that's good advice.
You need an attorney.
Yeah.
So his attorney was busy. Then he looked for one attorney. Then the day that they gave him, the attorney was busy, so he wasn't able to go with the attorney. Then the attorney was supposed to reschedule the interview, but I don't know what happened. Then my friend just called and said they denied his case. So now his case is closed.
Yeah. Did he?
They closed the case.
Did he apply on the 3-year rule, Raul, or the 5-year rule?
5-year rule.
And do you know why it got denied?
No, they said they put in the mail. They're gonna send him the letter to tell him why he got denied.
Well, have him send it to me if he wants me to take a look at it, and I'm happy to give him my thoughts.
Okay. All right, will do.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim.
Hi, Raul. Walaikum salam. Yeah. Got to watch out for those marshmallows. Most marshmallows, especially like store brand ones, the ones you're used to seeing, they got gelatin in there. So if you want to eat halal, you got to be, or not eat haram, you got to be careful with those. Nurse Laura is right. The vegan ones aren't as good, but they do work, especially if you're making s'mores, because you still got the chocolate and the graham crackers. Be hopeful. Our email is info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. How's everybody doing? We're at the 24-minute mark. I'll be here for the next 35 minutes. If you got a minute and want to leave us a 5-star review on Google, we'd really appreciate it. John is asking, why did I turn down your case? I have no idea what case you're talking about, John. We have a whole team of people, so if you want to email me, you can, and ask that very same question, and I can look into it. Maybe Huli can find you, but I can't tell you that on the show. Sumar's here. Hi, Sumar. Are you there? Sumar, are you there?
Hey, hi, Jim. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing? I think he's got a bad reception. Yep. When I saw his name, I was thinking there's a movie about Son of Sam called Summer of Sam. Lululemon, hello.
Hello, Jim. How you doing?
Hello, Lululemon. How are you?
Very well, very well. Quick question. Overseas I-130, how much evidence is required to file it to start? Newly married, not much evidence available. Birth certificate, chats, pretty much.
How about travel? How about travel to see each other?
Yeah. You mean like itineraries? We do have that.
Yeah, I think that's plenty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You'll have more later when you get to the National Visa Center, but I mean, all you really need to prove is that you're both eligible to marry and that you have a reasonable story about the relationship. I think that's all that you need.
Oh, okay. So we get to add more evidence later. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, they understand that people who are separate, live separately, don't have nearly as much evidence as people who live together. So it's a totally different standard.
Oh, okay. So the 130 can and will be approved with just that.
I'd say can and should be approved.
Should be approved.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Everybody. All right. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
Sure.
Bye. All right. Ziad, I can't talk to you when you're driving. I don't call on people when they're driving their car. Adil's here. Hi, Adil.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing, buddy?
You see me, I'm happy today.
You do look happy. How come?
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, we have been waiting for more than 9 years, and finally we sued them using your services, and your team did a great job. Now we are called for October 21.
Wow.
And we were surprised because less than 10 days from suing, we got the notice that we have been scheduled.
Yeah,
so I'd like to thank you for that.
You're welcome. The U.S. attorney sent me that. Yeah. So that was exciting. That's why we tell people now, especially on asylum cases, when you sue on asylum, especially if it's Arlington or these other asylum offices, you got to be ready to go because they'll schedule you. We just got another notice today for November 1st for one that we just filed. So Arlington doesn't mess around.
No, this is really great news. I have a question for you with regards to the interview. Do you think the interpreter should be in person, or we can? This is for my wife, or we should? It's okay if it's over the phone.
For the what? The translator?
For the interpreter, yes, the translator.
Bring them. They won't do it over the phone.
Okay.
They'll have somebody else on the phone listening, but you got to bring your translator.
All right. Well, thank you very much. That's all. Have a great weekend.
Bye, Adel. See you, buddy. Look at that smile. He's happy as a clam. You got to love that. All right. Alexandra, hello. You're on mute, my friend.
Oh, sorry. Hi, nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Good. So I have been married for 7 years. I have to a U.S. citizen. I did the I-130 and it got approved, the I-130, years ago, but I haven't had the financial means to proceed. But now we're separated. We're legally, we're still married. When we do have 2 kids together, I was wondering if, what options we have to proceed, with the paper to finish it.
So what's the date of your marriage?
July 21st, 2017.
And when was the I-130 approved?
In 2019, I believe. 2019.
So in 5 years you haven't gotten around to filing the green card?
I was a stay-at-home mom. He would have helped me financially with that. We haven't been able to.
So that I-130 is pretty much worthless right now if you're divorced or getting divorced. So that's unless there's some kind of, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Well, we're still legally together, and he said he wanted to help me anyway get my papers. I just don't know if we can still proceed with that or not, or what would be our next.
Here's what I'll tell you, Alexandra. One time in my whole career have I had a case like this and gotten it approved. So if we could prove, it's going to be hard, but if we could prove that it was a real marriage, I mean, you have 2 kids, so that should help. If we can prove it was a real marriage, that it was valid at the time that you entered into it.
Yes.
And if he's willing to go to the interview, if there is an interview, and explain the situation, as long as we're completely open and honest about the situation and that the marriage is ending or falling apart, as long as you don't get divorced before the 45 gets approved, we could get that approved. I've only done it once, and it's only because, though, the U.S. citizen came to the interview and said, yeah, I'm sorry that it didn't work out. I mean, everybody was crying in that interview. The husband and the wife were both crying, but we got it approved. It's approvable. It's legally, it's approvable because it's all about the intent and the marriage at the time it was entered into. The fact, I mean, you've been married a long time. So I'll say this, and I don't say this all the time. I think we could win this case. I don't think a lot of people could win this case, but I think we could win this case, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yeah, because he still wants to help me and stuff, but there's a lot of like cheating on his end involved, like emotionally and stuff. So I couldn't handle it anymore after having my second kid. And that's why, and he's like, oh, I still want to help you, but I know it's not the easiest thing probably.
It's not easy. And the problem is that, you know, the process takes 2 years, or I'm sorry, it takes a year or 8 months. And he sort of holds that over you during that whole time. So that's, you know, at the end of the day, we have to be convinced that he's going to come to the interview. We don't need him to admit that he had an affair, but we just need him to admit the marriage didn't work out, but that it was real.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that I believe he would. He's the father of my kids. On that end, we do get along with stuff with our kids and everything. So we're on the same page about him helping and doing whatever it takes, I guess. But okay. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Okay, bye, Alexandra. See ya.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, Mike's back. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great, buddy. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you. I just want to call to commend Danielle, Christina, and Josefina. Very responsive, very professional. And although it's been only a few days, I'm very happy to work with them.
Is your lawsuit on file?
So the complaint is ready. It's ready to be sent.
Awesome. Oh, so they filed it. It's just getting ready to be sent to the U.S. attorney and the defendants.
They sent me the draft today, and I confirmed that all information are correct.
Awesome. Great. Awesome, Mike. Glad to hear, buddy. Glad you're happy.
Thank you so much.
See you, buddy. Oh, Yassine's, let's see. Yassine's remembering. Let's see. I remember when Jim used to take people on the phone. It's a great idea not to take them. When they're talking about their immigration case, they lose their focus. Oh, yeah, when they're driving. Yeah, for sure. We don't want anyone to get in an accident. All right. Sumar's back. Let's see if he's got his... There he is.
Hi. Thank you very much for inviting me again. I won't take long, Jim. I was here, if you remember, I told you, I've been charged for shoplifting, and, it's been a while. You told me not to go to India unless, you figure it out. But so then what happens, this is the time, I'm going to graduate very soon, in the next semester. But when I'm applying to job, there's going to be a background check on my records. I just got a recently on-campus job, and in that as well, I got a background check, and it came on my background check that you have been arrested until, and in fact, I was not convicted, but I was worried about that. What should I do? Should I what should I do? It's coming in my background check, so I should expunge my case, because I need a job and I need a sponsorship in the future, and no one would give me a sponsorship or give me a job if there is there's a fault in my profile.
Well, even if you get it expunged, if an employer asks you, have you ever been arrested? You're going to have to say yes. You understand that, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Because many of people, they have a group who have done this, they all were telling me, expunge your case because it will come in your records, open your records, and then it would be very hard to find a job for you.
I think that's all true. But also, if the employer asks you, have you ever been arrested? You have to say yes.
I need to say yes?
Yeah, because you've been arrested, right? Just because you get it expunged doesn't mean you weren't arrested. It's not a magic wand. It doesn't make the arrest go away. Once you're arrested, that's on your record forever.
Okay, but I guess like I need to tell to the government agencies and the immigration that yes, I have been arrested, but I can hire it from the private employers, for example, and the private companies hiring me. So do I need to be true to him as well?
Of course you do. If they ask, you don't have to put it on the top of your resume, but if they ask you, you have to say yes.
Okay. So what would be the best option for me? Should I expand my case? Because yeah, I'm gonna be like graduated like in 3 months, and like I need to apply for the job right now, and like probably the market is very tough. And if I get a job, like if I got an interview, and like in the very end it happens like that, in the background check they're not willing to take me because like it comes like I have been arrested, like because it happens with me once on my own campus job. So but anyhow I convince them, but I can convince everybody.
Okay, so what's the question?
What should I do? Should I go ahead with that? Should I expand my case, or should I wait? What should I do? What are the options for me?
So, is the criminal case all over?
Yeah, the case is like it was written something like the case gonna be over if they are not filing the case back. I think the case was charged on the December something 15th, and the court hearing was in Jan. But it's been September, October, and nothing happens. Like, I think the case is all over.
Why do you think the case is all over?
My lawyer, I hired a lawyer, like criminal lawyer. He told me that if they are filing the case back again, he'll let me know. But I went to him again, like 3 months back. Is there anything like did they file the case again? He said no.
So you think the case is dropped?
I guess yes.
Okay.
How can I know? Like, what can I do? That's what. Like, I'm very confused.
Well, it's not that confusing. Talk to your talk to that lawyer, and ask him how to answer those questions when you get asked. I mean, having him get it expunged if he can. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if USCIS ever asks or an employer ever asks, "Have you ever been arrested?" You got to say yes.
Okay. So, can I do the expungement by myself, or do I need a lawyer for that?
I think you need a lawyer. I don't think you can do it yourself. I don't know. I've never done it.
Okay. So was there any other option you can tell me apart from the expungement?
No.
There are nothing options for me because like I also didn't find any options like. So should I go ahead with this? Like, because you told me you should not expunge your case because in front of USCIS, like you will be not a good citizen because you expunge your cases. But I didn't find any option for me.
No, that's not why. You just need to have complete court records and complete police records. If you do that, then you can expunge it. I'm going to go, Samar. The reception is driving me crazy. All right, good luck, my friend. All right, Dave is here. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. First time listener and first time caller.
Awesome. Thanks.
Just had a quick question. I live on the border town of Mexico. So I'm a U.S. citizen. My fiance is a Mexican citizen. We want to get married. We just want to know if it's legal for her to cross into the U.S. and get married here and then go back to Mexico and start the consular process.
It's not ideal. It'd be better if you went over there and got married and did it that way, but we've handled that case many times.
Okay. It wouldn't affect her as far as the consular process goes?
The thing that they don't like is when you come over and get married and apply and stay for a green card. So if you get married and then you go through the whole long consular process, they're not going to hold it against her that the fact that the marriage was in the United States. They shouldn't, I don't think.
Okay. So she has a B1, B2 visa as well as a Sentry card. That wouldn't affect either? Like they wouldn't remove her Sentry?
I can't say that for sure just because there's no guarantee of what they're going to do. I mean, one CBP officer could be a jerk and say, oh, you came over and married a U.S. citizen, no more Sentry card for you or no more visa for you. That's possible. Unlikely, but it's possible.
Okay. And then the other question is, we're trying to get married as soon as possible because she is pregnant. Is it possible for her to cross over here, have the baby?
So I got to be careful about answering questions like that because I can't tell people to come over to the United States and have a baby. That's a problem.
Got it.
But
okay.
But what I can say is that if somebody hypothetically comes to the United States and has a baby in the United States, obviously that kid's a U.S. citizen, right? And that person could eventually decide to just stay and apply for a green card. They'd want to make sure they had proof of a valid entry. But I think you just gotta think everything through and be careful about immigrant intent. If she comes over with the intent of coming over to have the baby and never leave, that's a big problem.
Yeah, no, that's not our intent at all. Our intent is to start the consular process as soon as possible once we are married, and she's waiting in Mexico. It's if that happens, if let's say we have the baby in Mexico and then she becomes a citizen by birth, U.S. citizen by birth, would she be able to still come over to the United States while the consular process is ongoing as a tourist?
Again, in theory, unless you come across some pain in the ass CBP official.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye, Dave. See you, buddy.
Bye, Jim.
All right. That was our friend Dave. Farouz is here. Hi, Farouz.
How you doing, sir?
Good, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. It's the first time, and it's very nice to see you. I have quick questions about EB3 process. I don't know you deal with that, but I'm just randomly asking it.
Yep.
So I'm an international student. As you probably know, there is a huge waiting line, priority date thing. So number one, my priority date is 2022. Right now, I don't know, it's 2021, I think. The number one question, do you think any potential move in those priority days and what is actually going to affect that? Number two, do you think after the, potential presidential elections, not potential, there would be any outcomes or news for EB3 waiters because we're waiting for a while? That's basically it.
So let's back up. You said you came on an F1 student visa, right?
Yeah, I am still an F1 student visa.
When did you start your F1 visa?
I mean, when in 2021, I think.
When are you going to graduate?
I'm in courses, so I'm still waiting right now.
Okay, so that's not good. So what degree are you working towards?
I'm in language courses, but now later I'm gonna go to
how long have you been in language courses?
Like more than a year.
How long?
Almost 2 years, I think.
When are you going to be done, brother? That you're getting to the point you're supposed to be working towards a degree. So 2 years is about the outer limit of. I've been to EB3 green card interviews, and I've been there when people have been working on their English classes for 2, 3, 4 years. That can cause you trouble. That's why I'm giving you a hard time.
Yes.
So when are you going to actually start working towards a degree?
And I'm also going to apply for PhD as well, but that depends on my, the process, how it goes.
So walk me through your timeline again, Farouz, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. I'm in language courses like almost 2 years right now. And I started my F1 at the end of 2021.
I got all that. End of 2021. So that's all of 22, all of 2023. Now we're in 2024. So that means you've been here 2 years and 10 months, right?
Yes.
And you don't have any degree right now?
In terms of degree, no.
When will you have your first degree? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. It depends on the language course. But what I am going to do.
Language course has to end. That's what I'm saying. You've been in language course too long. That's what I'm saying. Like if let's say your green card, let's say your EB3 becomes current and you get approved and they call you in for a green card and they go, Farouz, you've been in the United States since the end of 2021 and you didn't do a damn thing except take English classes for 4 years. We think really you've been working this whole time for the EB3 employer and that the English classes are BS. And we're not going to let you graduate. We're not going to let you adjust your status because you never really got a degree. I've had that case. Those interviews are not fun. We barely won. So I'm warning you that this classes stuff has to end. 2 years and 10 months in English classes is way too long. If your English is that bad, which I can tell that it's not by talking to you, then
it was bad yet, but now it's improved.
Right. So now it's time to start working towards a degree. What I'm telling you is, if you show up whenever that priority date becomes current and you don't have a degree to your name, they're going to think that you've just been working the system waiting for your green card priority date to become current.
Yeah, and I understood that. I'm gonna start my PhD in this potential probably next year because it's once in a year application. And do you think that the priority date is going to move at all? I mean,
so I'm looking right now.
there are conspiracy theories that it might move after the election. I don't know.
No, the election won't have anything to do with it. And if Trump gets elected, he's just going to slow everything down. So you're EB3. What country are you from?
I'm from Uzbekistan.
Yeah. So what's your priority date?
2022 June, July, June. I don't, but it's summer.
Well, the final action date right now is November 22.
No, I don't think so because EB3. Mine is there should be EB2, EB3, two types of them. Mine is not the one professional. Mine is the other workers, I think. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, December 20. Yeah, December 2020. So what is this? So that brings up a whole other thing. What is this job that you're trying to get a green card for?
It's mostly unskilled job.
Yeah, but what is the job? It is a job.
Yeah, it is a job, and I think it's in a factory or something. I don't exactly remember, but I know some details as well.
My brother, you were playing way too fast and loose with the whole program. I don't know how you found this job, how you found this employer, or who told you to come do this, but this is all way, way, way too loosey-goosey. This is not good. All the things you're telling me are not good. You're not making me happy. You're making me stressed out for you.
And so you don't think still that priority date is going to move?
You're allegedly working on a PhD, which means you're going to be a doctor of something, right?
No, I am going to in the future, not now.
Fine. Allegedly, you're going to get a PhD at some point in the future, which means you have a bachelor's and a master's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be allegedly working towards a PhD. That's like the highest level of work that there is. But the job that you want to get sponsorship through is a job that you can't tell me what the job is.
Mm-hmm.
It's an unskilled labor job that's going to have nothing to do with your PhD. They're going to look right through this and they're going to deny this case. This is total BS. I tell you this right now, there's somebody who's telling you that this is a good idea. There's somebody who has sold you a fake bill of goods and promised you that you're going to get a green card working in an unskilled job when you're allegedly working for a PhD. Whoever told you this plan is running a scam on you. And you got to be really careful because they're going to ruin your immigration history. This is really bad.
Yeah, the job is unskilled. And at that time when I started the process, I was planning on that. But that was that time. But later I might apply to a PhD and the plan strategy will change eventually. So you don't see any, potential positivity in moving, right? For the priority.
I think this is dirty pool. I don't like this plan at all. I think it's a terrible, terrible plan. And I think if you keep going with it, it's going to come back to bite you. Good luck, Farouz.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy, you got it. All right, looks like Ziad parked. Hi, Ziad.
Hey, Jim. To the USCIS on behalf of my email.
Sorry, Ziad, we can't understand what you're saying. Ahmed, hello. Ahmed, you're on mute.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. I have a question about I-485.
Are you driving?
No, I parked.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was hearing questions today about arrest and have you ever been arrested? So I have a similar case. In I-485, there is a question, have you ever been arrested? The case was dismissed due to test result evidence. So I will still say yes, and I will explain it. But previously, I filed for I-485, and unintentionally, I said no. And the case was denied because I-40 was denied at that time. Now, I-40 is approved, and now I'm filing I-485, and I want to say, have you ever been arrested? Yes. And I want to explain. Will that be an issue? Because previously I didn't say, have you ever been arrested? No.
So So just so I'm clear, you filed for a green card once before, and it asked, have you ever been arrested? And you said no. And now you're getting ready to apply a second time, and now you understand that an expungement doesn't mean you weren't ever arrested, and so now you should say yes. Is that right?
It was not expunged. It was just dismissed.
But you're still arrested.
Yes.
So you thought that no. You thought it was because it was dismissed that you could say no to the arrest question.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
So I'm okay with this. I think it's a little bit tricky, but my question is, what happened to the first green card application?
It was denied because I-40 was denied.
Ah, okay. So here's what I would say. So number one, you probably need a lawyer to help you with this. Okay. Number two, I think you can fairly say yes. I think you can say yes, I've been arrested, and give them the records. And I think you can also fairly say, I've never lied to the government to get an immigration benefit. I've never made any misrepresentations because you didn't know. So in order to make a misrepresentation or to lie to get an immigration benefit, you have to know that you're lying. You didn't know that you were lying. So it's a very, very fine line, which is why I think you need a lawyer's help. But I think the right answer now is yes. And I think you don't have to admit that you lied to them on purpose, if that makes sense.
Like, should I refer to the previous application and say that I have kid B?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Okay, that's. But I have the disposition, which explains what happened, and I am attaching it.
Yep.
So I will refer to that disposition and to the previous application.
But you need to be really careful how you answer each question.
Okay.
Bye, Ahmed.
Okay, thank you.
See you, buddy. All right. B-Ray, hello.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. It's Friday.
Yes. I previously spoke with you and we were talking about K1 and we were also talking about spousal. I was trying to see, with it being so close to the election, do you think it really makes a difference which one is done, or you still are 100% on the spousal side?
I'm generally going to vote for spousal side. Fiancé cases aren't faster. Fiancé cases haven't gotten better under Biden. Even if Kamala gets elected, I don't think they're going to get much better. I think if Trump wins, the State Department will still take spouse cases more seriously. So I would think probably much is going to change based on the election. So for those reasons, I always go forward for spouse.
Okay, and what's the cost for your services for spousal?
They're the same. It's $5,000.
Okay, and that covers everything.
It covers the lawyer fees for everything from now until they're here with their green card. It doesn't cover the government fees.
Okay, so it's $5 in addition to the government fees.
Yeah.
Okay, you should be hearing from me in the near future then.
Awesome. Get going. Thanks, B-Ray.
Thank you.
See ya. I like that pink background. All right. Let's see. Got time for a couple more. Looks like Zia's got a different connection. Zia?
Can you hear me now, Jim?
Yeah, that's a lot better, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you. I think I filed a lawsuit with you guys.
Great.
For my EB2 green card. It was pending since 2021. As soon as I filed, within a month, it was scheduled for an interview and it was approved.
Awesome.
And my question is, I have a younger sister who is on F1. She's going to college. She's doing her bachelor's in psychology, and my mother is on green card, and she is under 21. She will be turning 21 on November 7th this year. So we are planning to file I-130 for her. So if I doubt it's going to be approved before November 7th. So if it goes beyond November 7th, would she age out, or is the age going to be locked?
It's hard to say, but she'll probably age out, I would think. She's 20 now.
Yeah.
She's going to be 21 in a month and 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would think most likely she's going to age out and go into F2B. Yeah.
So it has to approve before no, she turns 21 in order
No,
to.
there's a whole calculation to it. But so typically what CSPA does is protect you for however long the I-130 is pending with USCIS. But even if it's pending 5 years, after that, it's going to go into consular processing and the save time will stop and she's going to age out at that point. So I don't think that's going to work.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only question. Thank you.
Okay. Ziad, remember too, the other thing is once she files for the once mom files an I-130 for her,
Mhm.
then that might make it hard for her to get another visa stamp on her F1 because she's demonstrated immigrant intent at that point. So, so if her F1 stamp in her passport has already expired, you might have her go back home and visit and come back, get a new stamp, and then apply after that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Otherwise, she'll be stuck here.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Got
Ziad.
it. Thank you, Jim.
Bye, buddy. Let's go see what Dan has to say. Hello, Dan.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I have my father filed petition for my brother in India, and I'm the financial supporter.
Okay.
This year I don't have enough income, and he's being scheduled for interview, and I don't know what to do. I scheduled for interview and I don't have this year income enough. They didn't ask for it, and I already have my friend affiliate support, but I didn't upload or anything. He can bring it over there. That's what my thought process is right now. For my friend, what can we do over here? Is this something that can be done?
Is the interview coming up soon?
Yeah, next month.
And so what you're telling me is you were the co-sponsor, and since the case got documentally qualified, your job situation changed. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
So hopefully they won't ask at all, because usually they clear up the affidavit of support and all that stuff before it's documentally qualified. So I'd say 85 times out of 100, they don't even get back into that at the embassy. So hopefully it'll just skate right through. But if they ask, he's got to be ready to tell them, and he probably wants to have a co-sponsor, a different co-sponsor on reserve to hand over if he needs it when he's there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so we'll go from there. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, bye, Dan. See you, buddy.
All right.
Robert gave a deposition and he misremembered the month. Nobody cares, Robert. That's not ever, you didn't lie to the government or anything. I know you do depots for work, so I don't think you need to worry about that, Robert. All right, Sheikh. Hello, Sheikh.
Jim, hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
That's great. Just I have one question. I have filed I-485 and I have received the notice in April 3rd, 2024. So still I'm waiting for, that is the adjustment of status, but still I'm waiting how long it will be take nowadays for green card approval.
So who's filing for you?
Who's filing for me the green card, you say?
Yeah, what's the basis of the green card?
Oh, that was asylum. Approved
Okay, and so what's the receipt date?
I have received I-797C on April 3rd, 2024.
So did you get asylum from the immigration judge or from the asylum office?
From the asylum office.
So probably 9 to 12 months start to finish before you get your green card. So probably early next year.
Early next year.
I would think.
Okay, because when I check online the status, they said we have received your fingerprint. Previously, fingerprint, we can use that March 14, 2024. We can use that fingerprint for you for the application.
Well, that's good, but I don't believe the processing times or anything like that. I'm telling you what we're seeing. So asylum green card cases usually take a little bit longer. So probably about a year.
About a year. Okay. So you said most probably before that next year, like December.
No, I'd say early next year, like January or February.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
See you,
I
buddy.
like you, and you're doing excellent job. And
Thank
most
you.
of the time, I am sending the peoples and give it to you the reference, because I have seen that you're all a lot of videos or a lot of information you are share, which is other liar not share to each other. So you are doing excellent job. God bless you.
Thank you, Sheikh. Have a great weekend. Assalamu
You
alaikum.
too. Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, that's our friend Sheikh Sadiq calling in, trying to say, where's my green card? Hopefully he'll get it soon. But like I said, probably next year. I hope you all have a great weekend. I've got a fun weekend planned, although I really would just like to sleep like Umrah does. That's her favorite thing to do. I'll be here for the next, I'll be here, not for the next hour. I'll be here sometime this weekend. I am going to do a pop-up show probably tomorrow. I got a consult tomorrow and I got to drive Nora around. So I don't know when exactly I'll do it, but I will do a show sometime tomorrow, because then on Saturday I'm watching the Jets, and then I'm going out to breakfast with my sisters, and then the Egyptian party, the October Egyptian party is coming up. We're gonna have a picnic on Sunday. Hope you all have a great night. Big up to all the Yardies. I didn't see Donna in here today, but I did see Rich. Talked to a couple other Yardies. Good up to see everybody. Yep, sending Donna big ups for sure. Have everybody a good weekend. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.